start with an opening statement from Coach Barnes and then move to questions.
I thought we played a good game. I thought we showed some really good things today. I thought you're seeing every week or every game that we're getting better. Still a lot of stuff to work on, but it is November. And just continue to take one step at a time. So hopefully you guys thought the same thing.
At the beginning of the game, it seemed like you were having a hard time sharing the ball, and then it settled down and it started moving around a little bit better. What do all three do you think was different and what changed?
I think what was just different afterwards is we just kind of calmed down. After the timeout, we had a talk about, moving the ball more, passing the ball around the perimeter, and just looking for the open guy. And I think after that timeout, we were able to execute a lot better and just calm down. So, yeah.
I thought defensively we were just bad to start. I mean, they were 6 for 8. I thought credit to them. I think LMU did a really good job of scoring it. But to allow them to go 6 for 8 in the beginning of a game is just not the way we want to start.
You came out the second half dominant. I think it was 18-2 run.
Oh, okay.
What was I know you were up big at halftime, but what was the message going into the second half?
Yeah, so regardless of what the score is at halftime, that's not an indication of how we should play. So we always think it's 0-0. We don't focus on the score. I think it's just winning that next 5 minutes when we get in the game. So I think coming out with a sense of urgency and starting better than we did in the beginning of the game. So I think came out just a sense of urgency. I thought defensively still struggled at times with them. I mean, we allowed them to shoot above their field goal percentage average. They came in here at 38%. They ended up at 42, and came in from the 3 at 18%, ended up at 30. So, and some of that was due to different combinations we had, but we just have to get better. I think that we have a good enough team to where even if we go deep into our bench, we should still be able to sustain at this level, and I think that we have to do a better job of that.
Seemed like you two, as the experienced players, at times Coach brought you back in to settle everybody down and to do your thing. And then Cate, who's always steady, you then were picking up. There were moments you were picking up, and obviously Shaina, I believe you were the leading scorer. We don't have stats, so.
Yeah. I think they were all 3 or 4 people were pretty close.
Yeah, but did you guys, what sort of was it? How did that feel for you that different times you were coming in and doing your thing? And I know it's this weird time where you're checking out new rotations and stuff, but how did it feel for you, the ebb and flow of the game?
I think one of the most important things, being so experienced, you have to be consistent. You can't you can't get too high, you can't get too low. So I think that's one of the big things. I think Shaina did a really good job of that today, is just coming in and being able to, when she's open, shoot, drive, when she's not, passing it out. She hit me one time for a wide open 3, so that was really nice. But I think, just being consistent is one of the things that I think we've worked on a lot and just focus on.
And I think, and just with different combinations, it is the time. I think you look at the non-conference, as the season progresses, it's very hard to play every single person on the team. So these are the games where you don't put a lot of wear and tear on your top 8 players. I think most coaches, as you get into the thick of things, like the Baylors, the Kansas, the Stanfords, you're going to play usually 8-player rotation or 9. So I think understanding that now, it's where you create experience for players, and they create opportunities, so you have confidence in them later. So you go deeper into your bench. So the minutes will be down because they can't play 30-something minutes for the whole season and not hit a wall in January. So I think conserving them, which is hard as a player, because as a player you all want to play, but I think that, just understand and give the freshmen, let them play through some mistakes, because if someone gets hurt or something, we need them down the line. So I think understanding that, and that's not always easy. And then we're playing different combinations than we probably normally would. And right now we're just shorthanded in the post, so that makes us put a guard at the post, which it's harder for rebounding and running some sets. It's a little bit more challenging. I think that Lamaya, Helena, and Maddie have done a good job of that, because we're asking them to play 4 different positions. We're asking Lamaya as a freshman to learn all these different positions. It's not easy. And I think it forces her to think a lot. And I think sometimes when you think a lot, you lose confidence. So working through some of that and seeing who's capable of doing those things and getting that experience early is really important at this time of year.
Cate, as the experience in the post, what do you see from Maya as she's developing?
She's doing good. I think she's getting better every game. I mean, today she had a really good game, especially the first half. She looked really good. We were looking to get the ball to her almost every time. So I'm happy with how she played today. I think, I think as a freshman, even me, sometimes you get the ball and you just want to go up. And I think there were a couple times if she just would have held it, been a little bit more slow with it, I think she would have scored 2, 3, 4 more baskets. So, but I think she did really good today. I mean, her rebounding, her defense looked great. So I'm really happy and proud of how she did.
Yeah, she did good. We just have to get everybody healthy. Like, she's been in and out of practice a lot. I think just getting her 100% healthy, getting her some more conditioning, I think that she's going to flourish even more. And, she's a freshman, so freshmen are going to be like this. We expect that. But I think getting her healthy, you'll see her even get better.
Is Paris in concussion protocol?
Yeah. Right now, if you look at someone and go like this and they say, ooh, that hurt, they have a concussion. I'm just kidding, but almost. That's kind of not kidding. I think it's just, it's hard because so much of that's subjective. So concussions nowadays, with the protocol, I'm sure every coach will tell you, it is difficult. Because if Shaina had any collision today, and it's for their safety, so I'm totally behind it. I totally back it. But if Shaina had any kind of collision today and then tomorrow had a headache, it's just kind of the way it is. But I mean, it's for their safety. Looking back, I probably had a lot of concussions that I played with. And that's it's not good. So for their safety, their long-term care, I think. But it is challenging because any kind of symptoms, it's usually, you're in the protocol for a while. And usually it's a week. So she should be out of it tomorrow, I think. So she'll play Sunday.
So Ez had another double-double, second out of three games. Shaina, what do you see from her? And how does playing with her help you, or how do you help her?
I mean, to start off with, it's going to be really hard to beat her for player of the game, I can tell you that. But it's really good. It's really great to have a player like Esme on our team. She's a rebounding force. It's almost like she has magnets in her hand. I don't know how the ball, she always attracts it, but it's really good to have an asset like that. I think that's something that we needed to pick up this offseason, and we got exactly that. She works hard on defense, and she's able to put the ball and execute in the basket on offense. So I mean, everything that she's doing right now is great for us. She's doing everything we want her to do. So I mean, I think the sky's the limit for her, and she's only going to excel as time goes on. It's just staying healthy. I think that's the big thing for this team this year and everybody on it. Just take care of yourself, your body, your mental, everything like that. So
I think
yeah.
Cate and Mary have really good chemistry. So they had some good passes to each other. They look for each other. Mary really looks high-low. I think they have good synergy together. And I think we'll continue to get better and better just as we have better spacing, because sometimes they're trying to do something, guards cutting. Sometimes, cutting. No, but I think just as we get better and more disciplined and stuff, we're not creeping up from the corners, kind of freshmen do that stuff, or people that haven't been in the system, I think they'll even have more space to drive it and do more things. But I think they have some really good interior passes, so there's some good high-lows. And that's good to see. A good baseline drive, as Mary gave Cate a good bounce pass, so I think they look for each other. And that's important. I think what separates us, Mary, for rebounding, she's really strong, and she creates space before the rebound. So she reads the rim really well, has quick hops, and she gets her body in the areas where she anticipates a rebounder. And she does that, I mean, for her height and her size, she does that better than I think anybody her size and height in the country. So I think that's good, and I think it takes a lot of pressure off Cate to be the only one sometimes rebounding. And that's hard. And to have someone else with a knack. And I think Maya, as a freshman, when she's low, when she's high, not so much. So that's an area I'll challenge her in. But when she's low, she really goes from in the interior. So I think that gives us 2 people to help Cate on the boards, which we needed this year. And now the guards have to help a little more, but a lot of times they don't crash. So.
Kate, today, what are you seeing from Shaina? Her game's improved so much over the last, through the offseason and the first couple games, and today, she just looked fantastic out there. What do you see in what she's doing now?
I think her shot selection is so much better. She's not trying to force layups she has done maybe when she first got here. So I think she's, like I said earlier, she's taking the good shots that she needs to take, but then she's passing the ball off when she knows, a post player is open or a guard has a open shot. So, I'm really happy with that. I think she's a lot more consistent at running the point guard. We needed that in her to, talk more and be more vocal. So, that was definitely something that we challenged her with, especially this year. So, I'm really happy with how she's doing. And, she's sharing the ball. She's looking great. So, hopefully we can keep that up.
Thanks.
New hair, new game, right, Shaina? Yeah. I think they both improved so much. Kate doesn't look like she had surgery. She probably feels like it sometimes, for sure, a little sore, but it doesn't look like it. So I think that she's done a good job. She worked really hard, and she was out. She wasn't full contact till right when we started, or a little bit after. So that's hard, and just getting back, and she's not hesitant on anything, or she's not falling to the ground hesitant. And then I think Shaina, you see the work she's put in. Her shots improved, her free throws have improved, her control. She had a great jump stop today that got her to the free throw line. She plays with more composure. She has us play at a good pace. She doesn't overpenetrate. Those are signs of growth. And I think if you look at her a couple of years ago, from now, she makes people guard her in the way that she wants to, and she gets the shots she wants. So I think they both have improved a lot. Bet on women, right,
Yeah, I saw
PJ?
that
Bet on
shirt,
women.
too.
I want
That's
that
a nice
shirt.
shirt.